Okay, so I thought separately I would upload a video as unlisted and leave it linked in the comments of the video showing how to make YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, basically editing the video that you did into a portrait view for phones, for example. So this is a continuation of the video that actually I just uploaded. Anyways, go ahead and open up the file that you did for whichever video you want to use for this. In our case, if you watched the video, you remember I told you to color code your funniest clips as a just any color that you want. For me, I did light gray and dark gray. So what I recommend you do first is select everything, select all of your project, and then hold Alt and drag it over. Basically copy the entire sequence just in case something happens. I mean, it should be fine, but just in case something happens, I like to copy over my entire thing. I'm actually going to move this a bit further away because I don't really need this one at all. And then what I recommend you do is either move the audio, or if you copied everything, just delete it. Because what I like to do is I like to use the songs from here in my TikToks and things like that, but you don't need to. You can import your own music. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. Again, we're going to copy over the ones from here, for example, like this, and then use these audios. Then I'm going to delete all of the extra stuff that we don't really need. All right, there we go. Now that we have all of our clips, I'm going to go ahead and move them all towards the start. If you color coded them as opposites, so light gray, dark gray, light gray, dark gray, it's a bit easier to see the in-betweens. For example, if I did that for these, because I didn't do that earlier, there we go. You can see which clips are a part of the clip instead of it all just being one color and me not being able to tell what is what. Okay, so now that we have our little clips here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a minute in the timeline. You can see right here, it doesn't have to be exact. I'm just going to go to about here, and I'm going to place my out marker with O. So TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram considers a video a short if it is about a minute long. Some websites and things like that consider longer videos shorts. For example, TikTok technically allows up to 10-minute videos. They used to allow up to 3-minute, but they've expanded that. But the thing you also have to keep in mind is audience attention rate. So a lot of people on TikTok or Instagram, when they're scrolling through, if you don't grab their attention within like 1 second, they're going to scroll, and they're definitely not going to sit through a 3-minute highlight reel of you doing 360 no scopes for 3 minutes straight, unless they're like really good 360 no scopes or something. So what I recommend you do is keep your videos at a maximum of 1 minute and at a minimum of about 30 seconds long. And as you can see, all of the clips we have here is definitely longer than it. It's 3 minutes long. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move these clips around until I get about maybe 3 to 4 clips, set of clips, I mean, of how I like it. I also should mention, as I'm dragging these around and stuff, I'm color coding them by whatever color you choose. You can just do red, orange, yellow, green, blue to specify which clips are what. For this first set, I'm making them all white. So I've got the baseline kind of laid out. I forgot to mention, but when you edit these, you want to make sure that your most funny clips are at the beginning, so that you grab the audience attention. They watch it and they're like, oh my god, this is funny. And then you can put the slightly less funny clips towards the end, where you know, you want to make sure people watch for as long as possible. I also recommend, if you have multiple clips, like you see here, we have red, orange, green. I'll actually make this yellow just to make it easier for those. If I can find yellow, there it is. What I recommend you do is say you have 4 clips in total, right? 4 major clips, but you only really have 4 super funny clips. Then I recommend you put the funny clips at the beginning and then just put all the rest of the stuff at the back. What I'm going to do now is make sure that these all fit into the time. So you can see this one's 51 seconds long, which is good. This one right here is, let's see, 40 seconds long, which is good. This one is 38 seconds long, which is good. And this one, I think this might be the longest. Oh, this one's fine too. This one fits in 38 seconds. Now what you want to do is go ahead and press the question mark key after selecting all of the first clip. And what you're going to do is you're gonna render this by itself. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, we need to add music to it. So like I said, I'm gonna add music from the project that we have over here. The reason I do this is because one, usually the music I pick out is music that I like. So I also would like it to be in the TikTok itself. Also, the music that I used in the video is already has the correct audio. I've already lowered all the audios to be at the perfect height. So instead of dragging in new audio and messing with all that, it's easy just to pick these. All right, go ahead and line them up and add a little fade if you want. You don't have to have a fade. Now that that is finished, now you can go ahead and make sure that you have selected your entire clip and press the question mark key to surround it. I'm actually going to save this just in case something happens. Anyways, now that we have the music and stuff, we're going to go ahead and render this one just normal size. Trust me on this. What I recommend you do is, obviously you can see here we have 4 clips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name this one 1A, and I'm going to hit save, and then we're going to go ahead and export this. So go ahead and select the next one, and we're going to render this one as 2A. I'm guessing you can see where we're going with this. Next up, we're going to name this one, you guessed it, 3A, and this final one we're going to name 4A. Now that all of our clips have been rendered, now what you want to do is go ahead and delete all of your subtitle tracks. What I like to do is I like to just move them out of the way just in case I need to add them back if I accidentally rendered the first couple set wrong. But anyways, remove all these so that you just have the basic stuff. You don't even really need the audio for this, but I'm going to leave it anyways. And you'll see why we do this in a second. Go ahead and render this one. And we're going to call this one number 1B. Go ahead and save and export that. And we're also going to do that for all of these. So this is going to be 2B. This one's going to be 3B. This one's going to be 4B. And as we can see, if we open where all of these were rendered at, we have 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B. And now we can close this. You can save it if you want. Basically, we're kind of done with the file. I wouldn't recommend you delete it yet, just in case. But anyways, I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call this one TikTok. And then I'm going to put all of my files in here. So you can see we have all of the ones that we just did. And then I'm going to reopen Adobe Premiere. And we're going to create a new project right here. And then I'm going to browse and I'm going to save it to the TikTok folder. And I'm just going to name this TikTok as well. Here we go. Hit OK. I'm going to drag in all of these files right here. And I'm also going to drag in a special file that you will have to make in like Photoshop or Paint.net or GIMP or whatever. I'll show you that file right now. Basically, it is a PNG showing my YouTube channel. If you live stream on Twitch or you make YouTube videos, I recommend if you live stream on Twitch, you make 2 of these. You make one of them for Twitch and one of them for YouTube. Basically, this is just my channel name so that when people see it in the TikTok, they go, oh, that is the channel. If I want to go to YouTube and search this, I can find more videos like the ones that were posted or whatever. And basically, if I go to properties, you can see this is a 1080 by 1920 file. So instead of being 1920 by 1080 like a normal rectangle, it is a vertical rectangle, so it's inverted. So basically, go into Photoshop or whatever photo app that you use and create a file that is 1080 by 1920, and then you can just put your link or whatever. Again, that's up to you. Anyways, drag that file into here, and then we're gonna drag this one onto the timeline. And as you can see, we now have a vertical video right here. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sort these by name, and I'm gonna drag these ones on to here. I'm also going to color code them again. So all of the 1s are gonna be color, the 2s are gonna be color, 3s are gonna be color, and 4 is going to be a color. Now what we're gonna do is all of the 1B, we're gonna delete all of the B audio because we only want one audio source. Now what we're gonna do is with the A audio, we're gonna bring them up a line. And you can do this with all of them. And the B footage, we're gonna bring below. And again, we're gonna do this with all of them. I'm gonna move these a bit closer just so I have less working room. Now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna mess around with a couple effects. I already have some pre-saved effects you can see right here. So for example, all I have to do is drag these onto the clips, and you can see it automatically will resize them and stuff. Now, because you won't have these by default, I'm going to show you how to set these up. So what we're looking at right here, this bottom footage, the B footage, is going to be the background. You can see if we mess with the scale of it, we can expand this. The reason why we edit this one without subtitles is so that the background video doesn't have blurred text in the background that would look kind of weird. Go ahead and make sure that you expand this to the maximum amount that you want it to be expanded to. I'm just going to do the entire width of the thingy that we see here. And then go ahead and go to effects and search blur. And we're going to find Gaussian blur right here. Gaussian blur is the best blur. Don't use any of these other ones. Anyways, go ahead and bring this over to the B footage. And then right here, you can mess with the blurriness, make it as blurry as you want. Sometimes they can be disorienting if you do like a lot, like this much, like that doesn't look good. Find sort of a middle ground. I'm going to do something like 15, and that's all we need for the background footage. If you want to save this so that you can quickly drag it onto one of these, like I showed you right here, we have background video blur where I can just drag it on the background and boom, it's instantly filling out the background. By the way, I'm going to hide this so you can only see the B footage. As you can see, this just instantly fills it out for me. What you want to do is go ahead and select your Gaussian blur and your motion by holding control. So hold control and then click on both of these. Go ahead and right click, save preset. Name this whatever you want. In my case, you can see I named it background video blur, and I put a Roman numeral in front of it so that I can have them in order in which I use them, and then hit save, and that's all you need. Now you can go to your other files. You can even select multiple files. For example, I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to select these three, and then I'm going to bring the background video blur onto them, and now you can see, boom, all these are set. Now what we want to do is we want to get the main video into focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the scale down until you see it perfectly. Now this isn't perfect. You can see there are edges that are blurred on the end. I've noticed if people have skinnier phones, like a lot of the newer Androids are a bit skinnier. TikTok, or I don't know if Instagram does it, but TikTok will actually cut off size of the video. So make sure that whenever you resize your main video right here, make sure you leave just a little bit of room on the sides, just so that if TikTok is cutting off the edge, it's not cutting off any important text. It's the same for the top and the bottom. Sometimes the top might be a bit cut off, or the bottom might be a bit cut off. Again, you're just gonna have to test things out and render a couple things and make sure everything is looking good. Once you have this how you want it, you can just go ahead and right click, save preset, and then you can name this one whatever. I just named mine main video zoom, and then you can again select everything, drag the effect onto all the clips. Anyways, once you have these little clips done, what I recommend you do is you move your little watermark up or down or wherever. I'm going to move it up a little bit, and so you can see this is how it looks. We have a blurred background. We have the main video in view for people to see. We have the YouTube link. You can add more stuff. You can add a logo if you want. Again, you can add your webcam up here. Keep in mind for things like TikTok and Instagram, they might have text below here. Like TikTok has text about right here showing you like the audio, who it is, a little bit of the description. So try not to put stuff like too low. What I like to do is shorten the little watermark and then alt click and drag them over and just copy these for each of the clips, and then they're done. Again, if you have a webcam, usually that would be in this line right here. If you have a webcam that you want to put up here, or a VTuber model, in my case, because I'm not doing that right now, I'm just going to move these just to make it a bit easier to see. Now we're gonna highlight these by pressing the question mark key. I'm gonna press Control. Oh, I'm actually gonna save it. Hold up. And then I'm gonna press Control M. Go ahead and find your pre-made source. And as you can see, it redoes the rectangle. But what you can do is right here, you can click Match Source, and it will bring it back to the vertical view. And that's it. Now all you gotta do is choose a name and save it wherever you want. What I'm gonna do, and what I usually do, is I look through the videos and I decide on what I want to name them beforehand. As you can see, I'm done choosing my titles. we can go ahead and we can close out of Adobe Premiere. You can save it if you want. It won't really matter because chances are we won't be going back to it. What I like to do is move the folder with all of the TikTok footage and stuff that we just did into the folder that we have the main video in. So obviously it was a Fortnite video, so I'm putting it in here just so that when I delete this folder later on, whenever we're fully done uploading everything and I know that I'm not going to need any more footage, I can just go ahead and delete this and have it all done in one go. Now all that's left to do is to upload these to their respective platforms. So for YouTube, this is easy. Just go to YouTube, you go to upload, click and drag all your files into here. And then as you can see in the bottom right, all 4 of these are going to start uploading on their own. There's probably a way on Windows 11 to use the actual TikTok app from Windows Android. There's probably a way to upload your videos from there, but I'm going to show you what I do. So go ahead and go to your Google Drive and select all of your videos and go ahead and upload them into here and wait for them to finish uploading. Okay, back on your phone, make sure you have the Google Drive app. Go ahead and open it and refresh it to make sure you have your videos. Then go through and one by one hit send a copy and then save a video. You're going to want to do this with every single one that you did. I'm just going to do the first one just to show it. As you can see, if we go to our camera roll, you can see the clip I just recorded. But we can also see our TikTok clip is right here on our phone. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to TikTok. We're going to hit the plus. We're going to hit upload. And we're going to choose our clip that we want to do. Go ahead and hit next. What I do, like I said, is I add popular audio just because I've noticed adding audio can actually get you more views. That's why I prefer this way compared to uploading it on the website because you can't add audio yet. Go ahead and choose a cover that you like. I guess I'll choose this because this is a bit funny. And hit save. Go ahead and add your title that you want and all of your hashtags. What I recommend you do, I recommend that on your computer you have a Google Doc that is saved in your Google Drive, obviously. And basically what you can do is, what I like to do is grab all of these different hashtags that I use, copy them, paste them in here. You can also go ahead and copy your title, your video titles, and paste them in here. And then going back on our phone, open Google Drive again, go ahead and open that Google Doc that you see. I'm going to copy the title that I had, copy. I can go back into TikTok, I can paste it, and then I can also go back and copy all of the hashtags. Let me do that real quick and paste it. And then we can also add whatever hashtags we want. For example, these are just generic hashtags, but we also can add stuff like hashtag Fortnite. You get the idea, you know, do whatever you like best. And the reason I do them in the Google Doc is because it's easier for me to just copy and paste instead of having to manually type out all of these hashtags over and over. You can also save them in your iPhone's notes or your Android's notes app. Anyways, once I'm done, I just hit drafts. And as you can see up here in the top left, if we click on drafts, you can see the one that we just did. So on the day that it goes out on YouTube, I basically just open the TikTok app, I click on this, I click next, and then I click post. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to upload this right now. But that's about it. As for Instagram, the website lets you upload them. I don't use Instagram Reels or anything, so I don't know if this is how it works. I think this is just uploading a normal clip. If you want to upload an Instagram Reel, you can just do the same way that we did with TikTok, where you just upload it to your Google Drive and then, you know, download it from your phone. But that's about all I have to show you. Hopefully this video was informative and understandable. It's so hard to explain all of this stuff, and it's like really confusing. There's different ways to do everything, so hopefully this helped you in some sort of way to at least maybe understand how to upload and create TikToks and things like that. Anyways, that's all for this video. Liked it if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and that's about it. Bye bye.